Guys, I am super excited to bring to y'all one of my rock star coaching clients. And I have a lot of them, y'all. I got a lot of them. But I want to bring to y'all's attention April Wilson. This young lady has jumped inside the coaching program after seeing one of our other members, Ann, who's down over 90 something pounds now. And she was like, if you can do it, I can do this too. I need to get involved. And so we're going to dive more into that story. But April, I'm super proud of you. Happy that you were able to take out some time to jump on this call with me today. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to say thank you. I'm doing good, feeling good. Just left the gym, so I'm ready to rock and roll and get this day started.
I love it. I love it. Well, awesome. Well, let's dive right into it. I know a lot of times when people see the people dropping the 30 pounds, the 50 pounds, the 100 pounds, they hear the success story, but they don't know about the backstory. I see it a lot on social media nowadays. Everybody showing they highlight reel, but ain't nobody keeping it real. And so
Yeah.
let's keep it real with everybody. Talk to me about what was life before getting the type of results you've had with me and even joining my coaching program.
Well, I tried hydroxycut, working out,
Yeah.
and I would lose maybe like 10, 15, 20 pounds. I did the water fasting where I just drank water for a straight week,
Mm,
and I did lose like 20 pounds.
mm,
But then I would gain everything right back. I would drop, gain it back. Sometimes maybe maintain it a little bit, but eventually I gained the weight back. I moved to Alabama in like 2009, and from there the weight piled on like over the years. And so I was like, I gotta lose this weight. I ain't used to this. And I
mm,
just wouldn't get the results. I would go work out and I would be like killing it in the gym. And yeah, it wouldn't, I would drop maybe a few pounds and then it would just come back. I'll fall off, get discouraged. And I'd be like, oh my God, what am I doing? So it was
mm,
just a roller coaster, up and down, up and down.
mhm, mhm. Well, I definitely want to say that's really stressful,
Yeah.
and I know it can be very frustrating too to lose weight, gain it back, lose weight, gain it back. And it sounds like that happened quite a few times throughout your journey. And so super proud of you. I want to commend you on having that emotional resilience to not quit and give up. Otherwise we would have never even, met each other. But how long were you trying different things though?
I would say probably like since 2016, 17. It was off and on. I would try, stop,
Mhm.
get focused, fall off the bandwagon, do stuff. So probably about like I say like 2016, 17, up in there around that time.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been a while, some years.
Yeah, it's about 8, 9 years.
Yeah,
It's a long
yeah.
time. And I know a lot of other people go through something similar, where they're on the weight loss roller coaster. They lose it, gain it back, lose it, gain it back. So what was it for you, like internally, that made you just say, I gotta start doing something to get this weight off? Like what happened?
So started 20, well, bringing in 2024. So end of December 2023, I was like, what are my goals going to be coming in 2024? And I had the top was buying me a house, and then weight loss was my other thing. I said, when I leave out of 2024, I will not look like how I came in. I was dead set on that. So
Mhm.
started 2024. I had was working out, going, I was working out like 3 to 4 days out the week.
Yeah.
And I was doing that for some months from January to like March, right?
Okay.
And I really wasn't getting any results. Like maybe a couple pounds here or there, but nothing just like extreme, like damn, you're killing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was a little getting a little frustrated because I'm like, I'm putting the work in, but what's going on? And so I was in the middle of buying a house around that time as well. So
Yeah.
I fell off. The house market or search just kind of took priority,
Mhm.
and that's where it was, right? So I was just like, I'm looking for a house, let that take priority. I ended up buying the house June of 2024. And so got settled in. August came, and I was like, okay, April, you need to get back with your weight loss goal. You need to jump back in the gym. And so one day I was at work, and I was just having like a straight up raw conversation with God. Like, God,
Yeah.
I need you to help me get here. I've never been into the weight loss surgery stuff. I don't really
Mhm.
kind of believe in that. And but I was so desperate to the point where I'm like, damn, like I might need to have to get me a weight loss surgery
Mhm.
because I just can't lose the weight.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, God, you need to help me. I'm like, just having a raw conversation. So I even was like, I know the nutrition part is really what I needed to help with because I didn't have a problem going to the gym and working out. So
Mhm.
during this conversation with God, I'm like, okay, if I have to go back to school to get a degree in nutrition, I will do that. I'll do whatever I need to do to get the information I need to get so I can be able to be more nutritional smart and how to guide myself down because I every like when I would work out, everybody would say it's all about nutrition, and I would be like eat salads and I would eat healthy or whatever. And so I would just be like, I would be eating healthy. And so still wasn't getting the results.
Mhm.
So had this conversation, I guess mid August, somewhere between beginning and mid August. So probably like around the end of August, beginning of I want to say maybe it was the beginning of September, and I was at my favorite Mexican place eating some tacos, okay, having me some margaritas. It was my day off, and I'm just sitting in there, and I'm on Facebook scrolling, looking, and stuff pops up, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And so, I'm just like, "What is going on?" Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I was like, Anne has dropped all this weight. And
Right.
I was just like just shocked. And I'm like, if she could do this, I said, I need to call her right now and find out what the hell did she do? Because I'm gonna do whatever she did to lose this weight. So I called her up, and I ended up being on the phone with her for like a couple hours. So I'm like, girl, you just gonna have to tell me what's going on, what happened. And so she was like, oh, like I'm like, yeah, you need to tell me what's going on, like, cause
Right.
I'm finna do that. Like, I mean, so I think she seen that I was serious, and so from there, I ended up going back on Facebook, okay, and Instagram, and I instantly went to your information, found you, went to your information. I
Yeah.
ended up DMing you. I'm like, look, we need to talk
Right. Right.
right now. We need to get this ball rolling.
Right.
So we ended up messaging each other on Instagram, and then the next day
Yeah.
we set up a time, and the next day we had a meeting, and I've been locked in since.
That's awesome. That's super inspiring too, because a lot of people, I empathize for a lot of people because even though I haven't had like a weight issue in my life, I've had the similar challenges with growing my business and just in life in general. And it's frustrating when you're putting in all this time and effort, and it's like, man. Like, what is it? Is it me? Is it not meant to be? You know what I'm saying? And you start to get this desperate feeling because it goes by so long, right? Years, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm just curious though, like what was it that kept you going? that kept you like so determined and motivated to get this weight off after?
Well, my aunt. So I have an aunt. My favorite aunt. She's probably like in her. I don't know because I've just never aged her, but she's probably like in her 50s. Maybe she's in her 60s. Yeah,
Mm,
maybe in her 60s. But so, like I said, the 20 coming in 2024, my aunt looks great. Okay. She
mm,
works out every day. She eats. And I was, I'm getting older and I was just like, I don't want to look old. I don't want to have these health issues.
mhm,
I want to be full, I want to look a certain kind of way as I'm aging. And so, my like I said, she works out, and I was like, look, I just had it in my mind I'm gonna have to work out every day, or I'm gonna have to add workout into my routine on a daily basis for the rest of my life. And
mm,
so I was just like, if you want to have these results and you want to look a certain way, that's gonna just have to be part of the process. And you're just gonna have to sacrifice that.
mm,
And so that's what really kind of put the fire up underneath of me. I haven't been big my whole life. I was at one point, like, after I had my kids, I was pregnant, but then I dropped my weight back down.
right.
And so I was just like, girl, you need to get it together.
Mhm, right,
You
right.
need to pull it together. So I was just like, yeah, you need to get it together. So I was like, I got to do something. I just don't want to be like this no more.
Yeah, yeah, I'm proud of you. It sounds like she was a role model for you,
Hmm.
like setting that standard, like, hey, you gotta take care of yourself, girl. It's on the body you have, you know.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of times, people find themselves, whether it being discouraged or feeling desperate or frustrated. Like, what were some of like the biggest frustrations, like the top two or three frustrating things you experienced during that time leading up to us working together?
Not getting the results. Like I said, I can remember a time I had went to a trainer,
Mm,
and I already knew what I weighed prior going into. Like I used to be a weight get on the scale junkie. Okay, like morning, day, and night. In the morning, first thing, and then in the evening when I got back home. And so, went to this trainer, and I can remember a time he was telling me it was gonna cost all this money. I didn't have the money,
mm,
and so I remember calling somebody, asking them like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And oh my god, I ended up crying because they talked so bad about me and was just like, you just didn't stop eating and did it. Like it
no,
made me feel so bad. So I was like, I never will do that again. So from that point, going forward, I was like, I just got to figure this out on my own and get it together. And
mm,
so like that was a time because people kind of judge you and think that you just sitting around eating all day and you just don't have, and and I didn't think I was eating that bad. Like I said, I didn't eat like 3 meals a day, snack all between. What I would do was sit down and eat, and I ate out a lot. That was the other thing. I ate out all the time. So I would probably like go to Jimmy John's or something, for example, and get a tuna sandwich. Well,
mm,
since I've been in the program, I looked at that thing is like over 2,000 calories. So you think you making healthy decisions, and you like, oh, well, that's why the hell I didn't gain all this damn weight. You eating like this, and yeah, so it would be like stuff like that. And then, like I said, it was just you're not getting the results. You thinking you're doing something good, and you're not. And then you jump on the scale, and you done got gained 5 pounds. And I'm like, well, damn, what the hell? What am I doing?
right.
So that was really like some desperate times for me.
Right, right. Well, I'm proud of you for continuing to push through, and it just shows you when you're in the right network of people, you just never know who can be
Mhm.
in your circle can expose you to something that could change your life, And so I know Ann's transformation was a huge part in you joining, but were there any other factors that made you want to join?
Listen, when I see answer information,
Yeah,
seeing is believing.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
seeing is believing. I said, I mean, all I could think, I was like, my answers when after I talked to you, I was like, God just answered my prayers. He just talked about nutrition, and that was the huge part that I know, the missing element that I know I needed.
Mhm.
So it was just like God just had answered all my prayers. So I knew that it was a no brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm joining. I mean, I didn't care what I needed to do. I was like, I'm joining it. I mean, it just was what it was because I mean, like I said, I already had it set in my mind how I came in 2024. I was not going to leave 24 the
Mm,
same way I came in.
mm.
Period. And I don't care what I needed to do, what I had to sacrifice. That I mean, that's just how it was going to be. I set a goal and I was going to stick to that.
Oof, I love that determination. I admire that. I really do. So I know everybody's been waiting, so since you've been in the program, how long have you been in now, and what type of results have you accomplished within that time frame?
I've been in the program since September. What is that? 5 months, and I'm down 50 pounds. And yay!
Let's pause for that for a second. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yo,
I mean, that's huge. I haven't never since I ever tried to lose weight lost no 50 pounds ever. Okay, so that is like, girl, you doing the thing. Like
right.
something is working. So that and I'm down to 193. I haven't been when I was pregnant with my kids, like getting ready to give birth to my children. This is what I weighed when I was giving birth to my kids.
Um,
So to be at 193, I haven't seen this in years. Okay, years. So that is really, really, really a huge, huge, huge like accomplishment for me. I was just like, I didn't know or realize it could happen so quickly. And I mean, you stay determined, you can do it. You can do it. It was very much achievable. And you guided us. We have the Lions Den, which is like a support group where if you have just support, really just support, because it was a time like a month after I had joined, I had a lot of issues going on. My mom had just had surgery and I got kind of off track. And I realized that if I probably was not in this program, I would have quit because life started happening and it was just like whoa, 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 like how do I juggle everything that's happening plus continue doing my weight loss stuff. And I really found out that you have to really put yourself first. You have to really put yourself first and everything else will follow afterward. And that's just the bottom line. And my biggest, I guess, lesson that I've learned is this is really a mental process more than anything. Like, don't get me wrong, it's physical and you are gonna gain strength and push through. But when you're in that gym, you have to mentally be there because you got to push through sometimes. And even like when you're going through life challenges and stuff, I realized that like when I start getting stressed out and everybody keeps calling me. I don't understand, but like, why are y'all calling me? But when life starts getting stressed out and stuff, I realized that I ran to food. And
mm,
so when stress starts happening, it's a trigger. And I've realized that and I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't go run and try to grab some food or something. So that's really been a whole game changer for me is just being aware of what I'm doing and what's going in my body, tracking my food
mm,
is huge. Like I said earlier, I will go get a Jimmy John's or go get a salad from somewhere like Zaxby's or something, and those meals are over 1,000 calories. I mean, easily. And I'm just talking about that's just one meal. That ain't including dinner and um, juice or anything that you may be drinking with it or soda or whatever the case may have you. And so I thought I was doing the correct things and I absolutely was not. And so I don't eat out very often. I'm doing a lot of cooking at home,
Mhm.
and that's been a game changer as well because now I have to prepare, my food, and I'm always on the go. So being prepared for the week and knowing what you're gonna do and eat, and
That's
I
a
think the other biggest thing that I've learned since I've been in the program is you don't have to change your eating on a daily basis. You could just be consistent
Mhm.
and eat the same things, and that will really help you get the results.
Absolutely. I talk about that a lot in our group coaching calls for sure, because it helps with consistency. The more you change up the foods you eat, the more your body's gonna have inconsistency because of the inconsistencies of what we're eating.
Right.
Absolutely. And so, I want to unpackage a little bit there because I used to be a huge stress eater, emotional eater as well, especially in the beginning part of my fitness career, with helping people, the stresses of building a business and all that stuff. And so I found myself eating honey buns and drinking, back then it was Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, it's not simply lemonade like today, but it was Kool-Aid back then. And I'd feel terrible the next day. Had brain fog and had eczema, and it came from the way I was eating. But when did you realize that the stress was causing you to lean towards food to cope? And
When
made
my
you say,
mom
I need to
when
stop doing that. Hmm.
when my mom went into surgery and had the surgery and everything that happened after the surgery, it wasn't so much the surgery, but it was like things that were happening after the surgery. And I was like, matter of fact, I didn't even work out that week. And I was eating like not how I was supposed to eat. And I gained the 5 pounds or 6 pounds back that week. So I was like, damn, I said, I can't do nothing. That's what I was thinking. Like, God damn. So that really, 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 like, I was very discouraged at that point, right? And so I was beating myself up about it. And then I was like, I had got in contact with you and you was like, just jump back in the play. Just run the play. You got it. Just jump back in it. And that next week, jumped on the scale and it dropped down. So that's really like that was one. I think that was the start of it when I really, really realized that this is really a mental thing. If you
Mm.
can wrap around the mental thing of anything, not just this, but you can push through and get through it. And so that was really when I started really focusing in on my mental. You could do this, and getting up, uh, reading just inspirational quotes and reading stuff like that to keep me on track and keep me going and motivated, because at some point your motivation does wear out, but it ain't about the motivation, it's about how disciplined you are. I've learned a whole new respect for the word discipline during this whole process, so that's really, really, really been helpful for me.
Yeah, that's awesome to see that you went through that turning point and was like, I can't be living like this. If I keep doing it,
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep on dealing with this weight issue. But
Yeah.
people hear the word discipline being thrown around a lot on social media for fitness and building businesses and being successful. What does discipline mean to you, knowing the impact that it's had on your weight loss journey?
um Really? It's gonna be days where you don't want to do it, you don't feel like it. Like, why I gotta do this? I want to do X, Y, and Z. But the word discipline, you still have to get your non-negotiables done. You still have to get up and do what you say that you're gonna do, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what's going on in your life. You still have to do what you said you're gonna do. I mean, life is going to happen. You can't stop life from happening, And like, trust me, like I said, it's been things thrown my way, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. But a lot of times after you go do it, hell, you feel way damn better afterward because you done went in there and worked off the stress. And you like, dang, I'm so glad I did that because now I feel better. Now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that stressed anymore. Or, you know what I'm saying? Now I have I guess that you could take the emotion out of whatever you've been going through and have a sharper mind frame, how to deal with the situation. Go home, go to sleep, and then you like, you ready to handle or tackle the situation. So discipline, I'm like I said, I have a whole new respect for the word discipline. And until you sit down and really, really, really just start being disciplined about what you are and what you're not going to do, you won't understand it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I mean, during this, you're going to make sacrifices. Either you're going to make the sacrifices now or you're going to make them later. And it can go in a positive way or it can go in a negative way, depending on how you want to handle the situation. So, I mean, being disciplined is definitely going to be a game changer for anybody. I mean, anybody.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I believe it's one of the deepest forms of self-love we can have because
Mm-hmm.
we're doing it. I think I heard Mike Tyson say this. It's like discipline is doing things that you hate doing, but doing it like you love it.
Exactly.
Like, oof, that's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, it is.
Super proud of you. I'm curious though, like you're down 50 pounds, which is that's huge. Like there's people who struggle for years, decades to drop just 20 or 25 pounds, yet alone 50. And so I commend you. But what type of like positive impacts have you noticed in your day-to-day life with you? I know you have children, you have a family. How has that impacted your life?
Man, they be in here. Let me tell you. So my son just started going to go work out. And
Hmm.
so that was something good. And so at first when he was working, I said, "You gonna come work out with me?" At first he said, "Yeah." And now he like, "Nah, I ain't working out with you." So I'm like, "Why you don't want to work out with me?" So, but he is going to the gym. So he's going to the gym. And then just the different meals and stuff I be cooking. They be in here eating all of that. If I buy like fruits and vegetables, they tearing up all
Yeah.
everything. I like sometimes I gotta hide stuff.
You gotta
But
keep.
um, but yeah, they so I think they've starting to eating healthier. Um, Even people around me, my friends and stuff. I have friends and I actually got two of my friends. They're actually got a challenge going on between them. If whoever loses the most weight, so they've seen my results. So that's kind of, inspired them to jump on board and lose weight. My sister, she was even like, damn, like amazed too, like you dropped so much weight in such a short amount of time. And so she's back in the gym working out, doing, that kind of stuff. But it's people around me that, that you could tell, I guess, being an example, being a leader, and they're just kind of slowly falling in line to if she could do it, I can do it. Mind frame.
That's awesome. I love that. Now you're like the positive role model for your family. So in what ways has it positively impacted your life? The fact that you dropped, the 50 pounds.
Man, I feel better. I feel like I sleep better.
Mm.
I have more energy. Um, Another thing that I don't think maybe a lot of people talk about is like when I eat, I don't eat to feel full. I just eat to feel satisfied. If I feel full, it's like so uncomfortable. Like I do not like it. So I just eat to feel satisfied, just enough to take the hunger off, and that's fine. But I sleep better at night. Clothes are fitting better. I didn't drop I don't know how many sizes down. Okay, so that's one.
Yeah.
Um, but I just feel better, look better, face to slim down. Everybody's always talking about my neck. I'm like, did I just not have a neck before? But they're always like, your neck is just so long now. And I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I just feel better. I just feel like 100% better. Just wake up better. And yeah, if I don't do it, I just feel not good. So this is definitely a part of my new lifestyle. I wanted a lifestyle change, and this is it.
I love that. That's awesome. A lot of times we have the external side of things, like the way our body looks. We feel good about the way we look. Our clothes fit better. But I don't hear a lot of people talk about the internal feeling that we have. What shift happened between, if there was a shift, between how you used to feel when you were 50 pounds heavier versus how you feel about yourself now? Has there been a difference?
Your confidence grows, that's for sure. So you just have a higher confidence level, you know what I'm saying? Once you tell yourself or give yourself a goal, when you start accomplishing it little by little, your confidence grows, and you can do anything really. And I don't care what it is, how challenging it is, how many times you failed at it. You just build your confidence. I think that's one of my biggest things. Like, I'm ready to conquer the world. You know what I'm saying? This has probably been one of the hardest things that I've had to do, is try to lose the weight. And now that I'm here and I'm losing it, it has just shown me like you stronger than what you think you are. And it's really like I keep saying, it's a mental thing. If you can wrap your head around that and get past that, I swear you can do anything. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. If you see it for yourself, do it.
Hmm.
Just do it. I don't care what anybody has to say. You just need to do what you see fit for yourself. And I did this journey for me. And I knew I was not going to let anybody discourage me or anything like that. So, yeah, I think that's one of my biggest things is just the confidence that I've gained.
Yeah, which you should be. You dropped a significant amount of weight. That's a huge accomplishment. So in terms of the coaching program, a lot of people they see different trainers and coaches out on social media. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and some people have tried trainers in the past and it didn't work out for them. And so there's a lot of hesitation and fear around joining coaching programs. But what type of like benefits have you found in working together inside of my coaching program that you found helpful?
So I love how you have the program set up. We go into the gym, we have a plan. So when I go into the gym, I know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
how long it should take me to do it. I'm in and out. It ain't no, oh, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna do today. Um, I know what I'm gonna be eating on a daily basis. That's probably the hugest part of it, like that I just absolutely appreciate so much. But I appreciate you because you really, really teach us
Yeah.
for a lifestyle change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really break things down for us to understand and learn this stuff. I mean, you're always available if we have any questions or anything comes up. We have our Zoom calls every Monday, which really helps and holds us accountable, make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We have the Lions Den community where you could lean on other people. Hey, is anybody going through this? Or I've experienced this. Anybody? So
Yeah.
we're a community that helps one another and encourages us to keep going forward. And not only that, I think one of the biggest takeaways that a lot of people should be aware of about the Lions Den is you have, don't get me wrong, you got people in there and everybody's working, doing their own thing, but you should use that as inspiration. If they can do it, I definitely can do it. And that was the whole reason why I joined the program, because I seen Ann did it. And it inspired me, even it put more fire up underneath of me.
Right.
And so yeah, you just see everybody, getting their accomplishments. And so it just keeps you encouraged, and that discipline kicks in where, hey, I see such and such is up doing. Let me get up and go on and hit this gym, or let me make sure I'm eating correctly.
Right.
And so I think that really, 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 really is, it kept me pulled in and kept me on track. Because like I said, if I didn't have the Lions Den before,
Mhm.
when I in the past, when I've gone through it, I know I would have quit. I know I would have quit, and I realized that. And so I was like, damn, I'm so glad and thankful that I was a part of the community, because it kept me on track. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of you just have a lot of different, things, but I think that's the most important. You know what I'm saying? You teaching us, and you always encourage us. And then, I always look forward to Fridays to jump on the scale
Yeah.
to
Yep.
see my progress. So
Check
we have
in there.
check-ins where you hold us accountable for make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you. So it sounds like having that structure with your training and nutrition is like you're not guessing. You just right
right,
ways. And then having a community plus the support from myself is like you have that accountability and support. So even when you hit that rough patch in life and things you're going through a little bit of adversity, it keeps you on the right path instead of falling back into old habits.
right. That's exactly it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. That's awesome. I'm super happy for you.
Thank you.
Um, there's a lot of people that are going to be listening to this, and some people they may have been watching me for a couple of days, a day, maybe a couple of months or years. So these
Mhm.
folks they may be on the fence, What would you tell those people who are on the fence about really just getting in and changing their life? What would be some words of wisdom for them to get them going?
If you're serious about losing the weight and you want a lifestyle change, this is the program for you. Coach J is 100% the truth, 1,000. Like, this has been a game changer for me. When I say a game changer, it has changed my life, my lifestyle. I've learned things. If you want change, don't push it off for today, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. You need to do it today. You know what I'm saying? The first step to change is taking that first step and saying, oh, I'm going to do this today. Do it today, because tomorrow may not be promised to you. You never know what may happen down the line. And I mean, you'd be like, dang, I've been watching them for 6 months. But you can be down 50 pounds in less than 6 months. So I'm just saying, I mean,
Yeah.
go on and do the work and join it so you can get that summertime body right. I mean, come on now.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, April. Well, with that said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know, shoot, this has been exciting for me just listening to you and being able to really hear you unpack your story. And I'm really, really proud of you. I commend you.
Appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Coach. I've really enjoyed the journey so far. Like, I've really, really, really enjoyed this journey. I mean, you just have to go through the journey to understand what I'm saying, but I've really, really enjoyed the journey this far. I mean, to know that you've worked so hard. Sometimes I used to be on that Stairmaster. People might have thought it was sweat coming down. It was tears coming down out my eyes trying to put that work in. And just to see your results, you'd be like, I mean, it's like I'm giving myself my own flowers, because now I'm starting to see the results of everything that I've been doing. So I appreciate you, everything that you have done. And you were God sent. Everything happened in perfect timing. With Ann's story popping up on Facebook, and everything just aligned like it should have aligned. So I'm very thankful for you and Ann, and I thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you. I'm here for you. Well, listen, guys, with that said, hopefully this touches someone's spirit and soul and helps them get off their butt and go make a change in their life, not only for yourself, but also for the people that you love and care about. We out.
All right.